Hey everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to another hashtag Lockboss show and giveaway. So here in just a little while, we're going to be announcing this week's 5 hashtag Lockboss winners. So I'm excited for that. And of course, as you can see in the title, we're also going to be doing a AMA today. Ask Me Anything. So if you have questions that you want me to answer, or at least attempt to answer, go ahead, throw them in the chat. I'm going to have Kylie is going to be feeding them to me here on my phone. And I don't know, let's have a little bit of fun. So if there's a question that you've always wanted to ask or some clarification on a older video or something, go ahead and throw it in there. We'll have some fun. And yeah, I look forward to seeing some of them, or maybe I look forward to seeing all of them. Maybe. No, we should have some good ones and we'll have a lot of fun. So, of course, I'm drinking Topo Chico. Cheers to all of you out there. I'll tell you what, Topo has been getting hard to find lately. You know, I'm getting nervous again, getting a little nervous about the Topo supply in the world. So, and of course, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. So, all right, well, shall we get started? Let's get it pulled up here and let's have some fun. All right, here we go. All right, well, yeah, and of course, you know, we're doing this month, the month of April. We've had some of you send some pictures in on the free Van Life Lockboss hat you get for free on any order over $380, unless I'm also giving some away here free, which is something I like to do. Let's see here. All right, let's get warmed up here with the post of the week. So this one here is from Leo. And Leo, man, that's a great pick. I see in there you talk about how much stuff you order from us. I just want to say thank you. That is awesome to see so much of the stuff. You know, one of the coolest things, honestly, for me to see, and I know a lot of us here at CLK, is just seeing the products that we sell and talk about in use like that. You know, the pinning kit, you have the flash sitting there, you have the Carhartt Lockboss tote, you have the Triton key machine, Aero software pulled up. I mean, that's good stuff. Thank you for sending that in. Very cool. Next up, let's see. What does it say here? My screen is kind of, there we go. I locked mom out of her car so I could eat all the takeout Chinese food and half a pizza. She had to call Locksmith. Dogs keeping people who do lockouts busy. Well, since cars and dogs have started, people started going in them. That's good. Man, whoever made that, that's very good and creative. I'm not sure if we made that or if someone else did, but that's good. That is good. You know, our dog, he's a Australian Shepherd. He gets too scared to ride in the car. He ends up usually peeing in it. So we don't take him very much in the car there. Next up, let's see here. We got from Dustin, sent in some stuff that that he won. Looks like the lab tray there, and then also the mini Durex. Kind of hard to see from where I'm sitting here, but I think it's the 3-in-1. Yeah, the 3-in-1 kit. So very cool. Very cool. Thanks for sending that in. All right. Comment of the week. Let's see what we got here. All right. I'm going to lean in here to read this. I think you need to talk about all the different ways they can be cut or duplicated. The old A1 hurdy-gurdy is my favorite, but it can also cut by code on the 1200 Blitz or some of the newer high security machines. But quick duplicating on a Scotsman machine is so simple. I have yet to use my large or small tubular key blanks, but I keep them in stock. That's good. Yeah. You know, the small ones or the large ones, it's like all of a sudden you get a customer in your area that has, you know, the small one per se. And it goes from like really thinking they don't really exist out in the wild to like using them all the time. So yeah. So, you know, a similar question actually got brought up, and if you look in the comments for this video, so this is on the tubular key video, and if you look at the comments, I actually posted 2 links of 2 videos that I've made, one on duplicating and another on cutting by code and how it all works, how I normally do. So I think both of them are, at least one of them is kind of an older video from a few years ago. So it's kind of fun to watch and, and see the progression of it, but definitely check those videos out and they'll kind of help you. I'd say for the most part, when you're going to duplicate a tubular key right now, I mean, I'm really sitting on the CLK machine, the 009. I think it's really the best bang for the buck at the moment. So yeah, I think I'll just stop there with that one. So, all right. So here we go. Let's start off here. So let's say a little text goofy thing going on here, but we'll get through it together here. So AMA question. So I have a few already programmed in here that we get asked either a lot or pretty specifically that I want to just address. And then my phone's going off. Kylie's texting me some questions. So we'll get to those in just a minute. So a question that I know we were asked just a couple days ago and others have asked as well is, why do we ship FedEx? So, we have some people that just really don't like FedEx. And so is what I did this morning, just for fun, okay, is I went to Facebook and I went to UPS's Facebook page. And the first comment that I could see, there was a ton of them, but the first one that was popped up right there, highlighted, I guess, the person said, and I kept them anonymous for just, it's not about them in this situation, but it says, you guys are completely and utterly horrible with your delivery. The conflicting emails, the customer service, shame on you. Oh my gosh, I tell you what, how would you like to be the social media person to answer questions on Facebook for either FedEx or UPS? I tell you what, that would be special, wouldn't it? Now, so we actually shipped, UPS was our primary carrier that we shipped for, I've been doing this 18 years and at least the first 10 was UPS. And this is I want to give you the most straight, truthful answer that I can. All right. So I'm going to be a little transparent with you here. Well, first of all, we get just as many complaints when we were shipping with UPS as we do with FedEx or the USPS service, which is, another one we'll use from time to time. And the truth is, ever since 2020, I tell you what, our shipping system is broken, right? It's just broken. It's tough. For all of us waiting to get packages here or there, and it's just kind of a bummer a little bit. But really what made us eventually switch to FedEx, besides just people calling and complaining, right? It's if we use FedEx, some people don't like it. Other people want to use UPS. And the question is, well, why don't you just ship both? And the truth is we could, and we contemplate it from time to time. I honestly contemplate it. But it's one of those things that to get the best deal from a carrier, they want you to go all in, right? And is what happened a few years ago, right? When you saw the Amazon and FedEx breakup, right? They had that public breakup. They started dating other people at that point, right? And when that happened, FedEx took how my rep described it is they pretty much took the deal they were giving to Amazon and essentially started to offer it to just small businesses out there, in the wild, so to speak. So now, of course, we didn't get quite as good a rates as what Amazon was getting, but they're very good and they were very quick. So that's really the main reason why we switched. And we use FedEx, especially, as times went on, with our $99 free shipping, what $99 was worth 5 years ago, 10 years ago compared to today. It's tough, when 7 to 10% of the gross of an order is going to shipping. So that's just honestly as true as I could possibly be on that. So of course, we value and like your feedback, and continue giving it to us. And who knows, maybe there'll come a time where we can do FedEx and UPS again, as well as the USPS. So that's another one we always use. But yeah, so hopefully that answers that question to as truthful as I possibly can be on that. So yeah, cool. Let's keep rolling. Here we go. Okay, so first question up here from Camaro Warrior. Now, this wasn't 7 hours ago. This is when I screenshotted it. So that was like a day or so ago. It says, so this is on the differences between the Auto Pro pads, the old and new that we did. And the question is, those are just rebranded X-Tool scanners, like the X100 Pad 2 or X-Tool D8/D9 scanners, with the larger one having a different interface. All right, so I think that's actually a pretty good question. You know, I think it's a pretty good, honest question. And I was going to type out a little response, but I'm like, you know, this is a good one to dive into just a little deeper. So is what I actually did is I ended up talking with Lock Labs about it, right? I'm like, okay, let me make sure I have my facts straight and I can give you the most truthful answer that I know how to. And so there's pretty much two differences. And I get it. It's a little confusing. To be honest, the first time I got the Auto Pro pad and I turned it on and it has X-Tool all over it, I'm like, is this X-Tool? Is this Auto Pro pad? You know? And so I honestly think the question is valid. So there's really two main differences between what you see there, the X100 Pad 2 and the other one, the other X-Tool listed there. And that difference is, with the Auto Pro pad, you're going to get that support, right? You have that yearly subscription to get the support. And the other big difference is that, especially here in the USA market, is some of those softwares are they're licensed to the Auto Pro pad. Right. So if you want the better licensed software that comes on the Auto Pro pad, and you want that tech support, which honestly, buying, I mean, you know, like the cheap $500 Autech machine, right? Like, I mean, okay, you don't have this phone support, but you're not really have much investment in it either, right? It's a good place to dip your toes in a little bit. But when it comes to an actual machine, when it comes to support and key programming, right? We all need support. I've had to call different supports several times, you know, when you run into some weird situation. And so having that support and having that licensed software to the Auto Pro pad machine, that's really what the difference is. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's keep going here. One more here, and then I have a bunch on my phone. I keep getting buzzed on here. We'll get to them. Let's see. All right, so this is from Steven. He says, I got into Locksport about 1.5 years ago. Since then, my thirst for knowledge about the business has just kept growing. I've talked to every local locksmith in my area about learning apprenticeships, and only one would take my information. Other than YouTube, what other resources can I use to further my knowledge? One day, I plan on being a lock boss. So, well, first of all, Steven, it is absolutely awesome that you're interested in the industry. That's great. Okay. The next step that shows how serious you are is the fact that you actually went around to a bunch of local locksmiths and talked to them about maybe an apprenticeship, which is, you know, the advice that, you know, the community has given that I did that video on. So first of all, congrats. I mean, that takes a lot of courage to do that, to walk in and have those conversations. And, you know, the more people, in my opinion, that get interested in the lock and key business, the better. And I mean, I'm essentially doing everything I can to help encourage that. So that's awesome. Besides YouTube. So first of all of you watching live with me here, go ahead in the comments, go ahead and, you know, list any advice that you have for them that can maybe help encourage them, put them in the right direction. But, you know, I think still the best advice is going to be to find someone who is willing to at least, you know, have some phone conversations with you. Maybe they're not like local, maybe they're semi-local. If not, just try to find someone, on here, that's in the chats or in the comments, and ask them if you could have, a phone call. I know Don Jenkins and Odom's Lock and those guys, they've definitely talked about how they're willing to help others. And I would just say, try to take advantage of that. It might not look exactly the way you were hoping it to look, but being able to talk to people in the industry who have been there, done that, have that experience, I just don't think, that's so valuable that you just want to keep, sniffing that out until you find it. And, so that's my best advice. But I would also, anyone in the comments, go ahead and please share your information for them. But how cool is that? All right. So we're through those questions. Let me see the ones I don't know about. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, first one's from Gary. He says, how many years experience do you think you should have before starting up your own business? Let's see here. So, I would say if it comes to like doing like a locksmithing business, you're going to want to, whatever type of service that you plan to offer, whether that's automotive key programming or access control type stuff, or just standard, rekeys and lockouts, whatever service you plan to offer, you want to have a pretty good grip of, how to do that work. Right. So I don't know if there's like a year mark besides that, for that, outside of just, feeling like you can competently serve your customer base. Outside of that, when it comes to, how many years experience, like when I started doing the businesses I have, I didn't have any experience, and I just stumbled hard, trying to figure it out, Next question. I have a used hurdy-gurdy machine and I need some parts for it. Any ideas on where to find? That's from Kenneth Johnson. So from what I've been told, okay, and it's as true as much as I know it to be true, but I've heard it from like two different people, and that's essentially when A1 went out of business, they threw all their stuff away. Okay. So if that's even remotely true, you're not going to find any replacement parts for that. So it's a bummer, but yeah, it is a bummer. So I know that's not helpful, but that's the best I know. Let's keep going on here. Any career or auxiliary careers for people who can't drive due to medical issues? That's from Evil Arc Conservative. I'm trying to think quick on that one. I don't know if so anyone has any comments on that one, definitely list it in the notes below, or in the comments, I should say. I would, when it comes to the lock and key industry, I was thinking, you could, that person could like work at like a shop or something, and, be able to do that type of stuff. So, as far as the industry goes, I think that's probably the best I could think of. Who knows? Maybe a remote, if they already know the business, maybe a remote CLK employee. I don't know. I don't know. But that's probably the best I can give you there. I know there's when it comes to the industry, I think that's the best advice I could probably give you. Next up here, let's see here. This is from Iceman003. That makes me think of the new Top Gun coming out here soon. Maybe it's already out, but yeah, anyways. Should I buy a 3000s kit or buy pins and keep them in pill bottles as a startup? Iceman. So I would say that, if you can afford, a universal kit, I think they're a couple $100 around there now. I definitely get it, right? It's one of those like one-time investments that if you take care of it, it should outlive you. Okay. So if that's not out of the budget, then, I'd probably just start buying the universal pin sizes for like Schlage and Quickset. Make sure you buy the 003 and you can kind of, skip by, get by a little bit until you can get one of the actual kits. But I don't think buying a 3,000 kit, I don't think anyone's ever really regretted that when it comes to, starting to buy supplies for your business. So hopefully that helps. Let's see here. Can you have Aerolock sell a set of Bauer AE series keys? If that's from William C. I'll see what I can do, William. Let me screenshot this. I'll see what I can do. Next up, PJ, are you and CLK going to Aloha in Lost Wages? Ken, that's from Ken Nixon. Ken Nixon, I'm guessing you know that from experience, most likely, right? Absolutely, yes. We are going to the Aloha show in Lost Wages, also known as Las Vegas. So, yep, we will definitely be there. We've been planning. We actually have already started our meetings, planning on what we're going to do, and I tell you what, they have some pretty good ideas this year. So a few of them we've actually had to call. I know we're calling Aloha to see if they're going to allow us. So that kind of can give you an insight on how good it'll be if we can get permission. So hopefully all of you guys are coming there. It'd be fun to hang out. All right. And I think that's pretty much it. So let's see here. I see Gustavo asked a question. What about the Yankee Trade Show in Massachusetts? I actually went there a few years ago just to walk it and see. It's a pretty cool show. Yeah, maybe. Gustavo, I probably need to give that a little more thought. That'd be a fun one to go. I know it's a lively bunch over there. So that's good. So I believe it's happening this year. As a matter of fact, I think I got something in the mail from them, exhibitor packet. So I need to look at that. But that's good. So I think that's about all of the questions that we're going to be going through. Yeah, we're already 23 minutes in here. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, John Shelton asks, okay, PJ, what did you or the Lockfather do at Aloha last year that you need to seek permission? Well, it's actually not what we want to do, or it's not what we did last year that we need to seek permission, but the crazy ideas that everyone has come up with this year for Aloha, we have to seek permission for. So a little on the crazy end of the street, but hopefully we'll see. I actually read a few minutes before a half hour before we started this live here, I went and asked. I was like, hey, what has Aloha said? But we haven't heard back from him yet, I guess, or haven't contacted him. So, yeah, so it'll be kind of fun. We'll see. I can tell you what, one of what's fun about having the creative team we have here is their ideas are so much better than mine, and I really enjoy that. But curiosity is good. Safely ask. I completely agree. So, yeah. So it looks like the Springfield, Massachusetts for the Yankees. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. I don't know. We should probably go to more trade shows than we do. We should probably go to more of them. But yeah. Anyways, everybody. Well, hey. That's it for this week's AMA. Thanks for the questions. I hope I got to as many of them that I could for you guys. Let's see here. So let's go over this week's winners. All right, let's go over the rules, make sure we're all on the same page. What to do if you win. Email us your shipping info at sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989, and we'll get your gifts out soon. What to do if you win? You want to comment on our videos and include the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments of the previous week's videos. Let's see. All right. Here we go. This week's winners, number 1 is Colorblind Guy. Colorblind Guy, congratulations. Here we go. Winner number 2 is Phil Herman. Phil, congratulations. How cool is that? Here we go. Winner number 3 is John Holding. John Holding, congratulations. Winner number 4 is Doug Kimber. Mr. Doug Kimber, congratulations. Very cool. And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Signet Tax. Sorry, I butchered that. But congratulations as well. I actually recognize that name, you know. It's one of those things a lot of times, right, that you're used to seeing something, but when you go to say it, it doesn't work very well. But anyways, everybody, thanks for hanging out. I can't believe we're already 26 minutes into this, but listen, I appreciate all of your comments and feedback, and I really hope that we can be helpful to all of you, and I hope you all have a great evening. All right, cheers to all of you. We'll see you same place, same time. You guys all take care.